In my previous video, I'd promised a deep dive into the Helibar handlebar risers. But before we talk about the hardware, let's talk about the why. Because it wasn't just about comfort for me. There was a specific moment where I almost dropped the bike, which made me realize the importance of handlebar risers. Welcome back to Empty Lid. In today's video, we break down when you should consider handlebar risers, why I chose the Helibar, and the ergonomics of control. As always, there's a disclaimer. This is not an installation video. If you're looking for how to install videos for the Helibar risers, definitely check out the video in the description below. It's from a channel called Time to Moto, and it was very useful to me when I did my own install. Let's start with when you could be considering handlebar risers. In my opinion, there could be two reasons: comfort and safety. Upright seating position and reduced weight on the wrist can be argued to be safety concerns because with fatigue, it kills focus on a longer ride, but I'm going to classify them under the comfort category. For today's video, we're going to be talking about something a bit more technical, and that is clutch control. This was the incident which helped me understand that I need handlebar risers, and I hope this ends up being useful to you as well. I was rolling down the curb, turning right, watching for traffic from the left. Now, look at my head, my arm, and my back. Now imagine this bike already has the Helibar risers, and without it, my arm would have actually been an inch forward to have full clutch control. To complicate things further, my friction zone was towards the edge. I had had a long day in the saddle, so my left hand was fatigued. So I ended up letting go of the clutch a bit fast. The bike lurched and it stalled. Normally, that would not be an issue. However, there were more problems. The curb had a steep decline, and then the street had a steep incline, which meant at the bottom of the curb, you're actually gaining 2 more inches, which means I'm trying to find for footing. The bike has stalled, and now it's tipping over. I hope you don't end up like being in this scenario or actually end up dropping your bike. So learn from my mistake and figure out your ergonomics and let that make a decision for you in terms of whether you need a handlebar riser or not. So why did I choose Helibar in the end? When I was looking at handlebar risers, there were 5 players in the market. SW Motech and Hepco and Becker had the height adjustment feature to them, but not the pullback aspect, which was something that I really wanted. Whereas with Triumph, Rox, and Lobo, they had both. But the biggest reason that I skewed towards the Helibar riser was because of its single-piece design. Call it a peace of mind, but having a single solid block just gave me a lot of confidence with the install and that I wouldn't end up misaligning either of the parts. The 1-inch integrated RAM ball, which I think cost us $10 more, was also something that caught my eye. You would have noticed in the previous video that I had my phone mounted on there, but right now I use it to mount my Insta360 X5, which I sometimes use as a dash cam. So you get the flexibility of using any of your 1-inch RAM ball accessories on there, and it's inbuilt into the risers. Also, the packaging, the product itself, and the installation instructions were all great. Honestly, 10 out of 10 in terms of the product and the packaging. If you are on the fence about getting handlebar risers, think of it on the same lines that we spoke about earlier: comfort and safety. Upright riding position and zero weight on your wrist is a personal preference, and it falls under the comfort category. Whereas clutch control is a lot more important, and it falls under the safety category. There's 2 ways to determine whether you have enough clutch control. Sit on your stationary bike, move your handlebars all the way to the right, and notice how outstretched your left arm is. If you think you have enough clutch control, that's an easy way to see if you need the handlebar risers. Whereas the second option that I would recommend is do some low-speed maneuvers in the parking lot, especially the motor jutsu drills. I really recommend them and swear by them. It's really important you figure out the limits of your ergonomics before the road finds it for you. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful and helped you decide whether you need the handlebar risers. I'll see you in the next one.